What if I told you the secret to unlocking your full potential isn't a new habit, but an ancient art? Imagine a force so profound it can rewire your brain, shift your mindset, and catapult your personal growth into the stratosphere. That is the transformative power of sound. Now, music plays a huge part in this, but we'll get to that. And be sure to stick around to the end because I'm going to share a powerful playlist I've used to start my day off on a high vibe and transition seamlessly between activities. It's a roadmap that you can use to curate your own powerful playlist. With that said, let's dive in. Right now, as you listen to my voice, something extraordinary is happening inside your skull. Your brain isn't just processing words, it's creating a symphony of electrical activity, with different regions lighting up in perfect coordination. But what most people don't realize is that you have the power to conduct this symphony. Welcome to the world of Sonic Alchemy, the ancient practice of using sound to transform consciousness, backed by cutting-edge neuroscience. Today we're diving deep into how you can harness this powerful force for incredible transformation. Have you ever noticed how a single song can instantly teleport you back to a specific moment in time? Maybe it's a first kiss, a road trip, or a heartbreak. That's not coincidence. That's your brain's sound network firing on all cylinders. Neuroscience research shows that musical engagement activates a wide array of brain regions, including auditory perception, emotion, memory, reward, and cognition. So it's like giving your entire brain a workout in synchronization. But here's where it gets really fascinating. Scientists have discovered that specific frequencies can actually entrain your brain waves. What this means is you can literally tune your mental state like you're tuning into a radio station. Want to focus? There are frequencies for that. Feeling stuck creatively? Sound can unlock that door and get you back in the flow. This isn't mystical thinking. This is measurable, replicable science. At MIT, researchers discovered that 40 Hz gamma wave stimulation improves cognition, prevents brain atrophy, and increases connectivity. Studies show that musical training creates structural changes in the brain, enhancing neuroplasticity and cognitive function. So sound isn't just entertainment, it's a precision tool for consciousness. You don't need expensive equipment or years of training to experiment with Sonic Alchemy. Your voice, the instrument you were born with, is the most powerful tool you possess. Now think about it. Every emotion you've ever felt has a unique sonic signature. Anger, which is usually 150 Hz, has a vexation vibration. Sadness hovers around 100 Hz and conveys pain and deflation. Whereas joy is an elevated high flutter frequency, usually around 540 Hz. But the cool thing is, by consciously working with these sounds, you can actually shift the underlying emotional states. Let's try this together. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, make the sound ah, like you're sighing with relief. Notice what happens in your body. Your shoulders drop, the tension melts away from your jaw. That's your nervous system responding to the vibrational frequency that you just created. And that is the foundation of Sonic Alchemy. Understanding that sound isn't just something you hear, it's something you feel and embody. Something that changes your internal state in real time. And just so you know, when I first started experimenting with this, it felt awkward. I'd hum in the car or chant under my breath while hiking. But the more I practiced, the more I realized I wasn't just calming down. I was retuning my entire state. And that's when I started to be a lot more bold about my sound. So how do you actually use this in your daily life? Let's start with something you can implement immediately. Using sound to optimize your brain for peak performance. Your brain operates on different frequencies throughout the day, and most people are completely unaware of how to influence these states. So here's what's happening neurologically. Your brain produces 5 main types of waves. Delta waves during sleep, theta waves during creativity and meditation, alpha waves during relaxed focus, beta waves during active thinking, and gamma waves during peak cognitive performance. But the breakthrough discovery is that you can actually guide your brain into these states using specific musical elements. For example, for deep focus and flow states, play music with a moderate tempo, 60 to 70 beats per minute, and play it at a low volume. Background instrumental music works best. For creativity, play different genres with varied tempos. Classical, jazz, ballads, and R&B are ideal. For memory enhancement, play classical and new age music with predictable patterns. When you engage with music strategically, you're changing your brain chemistry. You become your own neurochemical pharmacist, using sound instead of substances to achieve your desired mental state. Now that's exciting. Stick with me because I'm going to share a powerful playlist I've used to help me navigate my day, starting off with high vibes and transitioning between activities seamlessly. But first, let's talk about something even more powerful than cognitive enhancement: emotional transformation through sound. Most people try to think their way out of emotional states. They use logic, affirmations, or willpower to force themselves into feeling better. But emotions aren't cognitive, they're energetic. These vibrations are moving through your body, and the fastest way to shift vibration is to use another vibration. Every emotion has its own sonic signature. Anger resonates in lower frequencies and sharp staccato rhythms. Joy expresses in higher frequencies with flowing, ascending melodic lines. Sadness is associated with minor keys, slower tempos, and deeper tones. Music isn't just reflecting emotions, it's actively creating them. According to science, music activates the hippocampus, which is where our memories are stored, the ventral striatum, which is where we feel reward, and the amygdala, which is the part of our brains that process emotions. Think of the last time a song made you cry. That wasn't just nostalgia. That was your nervous system syncing with the sound. And it's not just individual. When people sing together, their heart rates synchronize. That's why concerts feel electric. Indigenous cultures have known for thousands of years that sound is medicine, and your voice is the most powerful healing instrument. So far, we've talked about the mind and the heart, but there's another layer: sound as raw power. There's a reason warriors march to the beat of drums, why protesters chant in sync, and why 70% of athletes blast their favorite songs before the game. Sound doesn't just reflect strength, it creates it. When you engage with powerful rhythmic music, your heart rate synchronizes with the beat, your breathing patterns change, and your brain begins producing neurochemicals associated with motivation and confidence. Sports scientists at Brunel University have demonstrated that music can reduce your rate of perceived effort by 12% and improve your endurance by 15%. Now, before I step on stage, I always listen to a power anthem in my headphones, just to get me kind of fired up and focused. Have you ever done that? Before work, a date, or competition? Let me know in the comments. What song or what type of song gets you the most fired up? Here's a technique I call resonant warrior training. First, identify your current energy state on a scale of 1 to 10. If you're feeling depleted or fearful, start with grounding sounds, maybe some deep humming or low frequency music. Let your body find its natural rhythm. Then gradually build the energy. Add faster tempos, stronger beats, and more dynamic range. The key is to let your voice participate. Don't just listen passively. Hum along, sing the chorus, make whatever sounds want to come out. Because you're not performing for anyone. You're alchemizing the energy within your own system. History shows us that music has always been humanity's tool for building collective resilience. From work songs that helped enslaved people endure unthinkable hardship, to protest anthems that toppled governments, to sports chants that unite entire stadiums in shared energy. Sound creates strength that individuals cannot achieve alone. Even if you're practicing alone, you're tapping into this collective field of human empowerment. Now let's talk about how to weave Sonic Alchemy into your daily routine so seamlessly that transformation becomes automatic. This is where sound stops being something you do and starts being something you are. The secret lies in understanding musical anchors. Just like Pavlov's dogs learn to associate bells with food, your brain can learn to associate specific sounds with desired states and behaviors. But unlike the dogs, you get to consciously choose what you're conditioning yourself for. Most people start their day by checking their phones, which immediately floods their nervous system with other people's anxieties. What if instead you began with intentional sound? Here's a quick protocol that you can use to reshape your day right off the bat. Start with 3 deep breaths while humming on the exhale. Any tone that feels natural. For example, Om. Om. Humming creates vibrations that signals to your nervous system that you're safe and in control. So next, choose one song that represents how you want to feel today. Not how you currently feel necessarily, but how you want your day to unfold. Listen to it fully, let your body move however it wants, and sing along. This is about starting every day with intention. One of the most overlooked opportunities for Sonic Alchemy is the space between activities. When you're switching from work mode to family time, from exercise to rest, these transition moments are when your brain is most malleable and responsive to sonic guidance. So create what I call bridge tracks, specific pieces of music that help you shift gears. Maybe it's an instrumental that helps you decompress, or an upbeat banger that prepares you for a workout. The magic happens when you use these consistently, because your brain begins anticipating the state change as soon as the music starts. Again, like Pavlov's dogs. Earlier I talked about music that helps you focus. To elaborate, your focus playlist should be almost invisible to your conscious mind because it's meant to target your subconscious. In other words, don't play music that makes you want to sing along. The formula that works best is instrumental music with minimal dynamic range and a tempo between 60 to 70 beats per minute. Brian Eno, Steve Reich, and Philip Glass are all minimalist composers with big impact. Or you can listen to any song that has binaural beats. I recommend Neowake. You can find them on YouTube. So end each day with what I call sonic review. Not analyzing your day mentally, but letting sound help you process and integrate your experiences. This might be singing in the shower, which I do a lot, humming while you wind down, or listening to music that helps you transition from the day's activities into rest. The goal isn't to force positivity, it's to give your nervous system a chance to complete the stress cycles from your day through sound, preventing them from accumulating as tension in your body and in your mind. So without further ado, here is my current power playlist, the one I've been listening to for the past few weeks. Now, I do have other playlists that include my own songs and songs from artists that are lesser known. So if you'd like to see my top 3 alternative playlists, comment top 3 below and I'll release them. But for now, let's start with my current one. For my morning track, I listen to Om chanting at 528 Hz by Meditative Mind. My intention track is High Hopes by Panic at the Disco. My bridge track is Bring Me Back to Love by May Lan. My power track is Move Along by the All American Rejects. My focus track is Inner Harmony by Neowake with 639 solfeggio frequencies and binaural beats. My evening track is In Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel, or sometimes I'll change it up and listen to Only Time by Enya. All of these tracks help me navigate between activities and change my mood and my vibe accordingly. So now it's your turn to curate your own power playlist. But the key is to find songs that you really resonate with and play them consistently for at least 1 week, if not several weeks, throughout each day. Over time, your subconscious mind will recognize the patterns and subtly shift into the task at hand. Whether it's getting fired up for a hike or grounding into a focus session, your mood, your vibration will completely shift to match. So at its core, Sonic Alchemy is about discovering and developing your own relationship with sound. Because every sound you make, every piece of music you engage with, and every moment you consciously use your voice as a tool for transformation, you're not just changing your current state. You're literally rewiring your neural pathways and creating a better version of you. So here's my challenge to you. For the next 7 days, commit to conscious sound engagement. Whether you do just the morning activation or you curate your own full power playlist. Do it consistently for 1 week and see and feel how sound influences your mental and emotional states. Ancient alchemists sought to turn lead into gold. Modern sonic alchemists turn tension into flow, discord into harmony, and limitation into limitless potential through the conscious use of sound. So the question is, what will you choose to resonate with today? As always, thank you so much for listening. I hope you found value in this video. If you did, let me know in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, namaste.